His Excellency the President reiterated government's commitment to improving the welfare of all the teachers, and he made the following pledges to offer collective solution, and the pledges include: 1, a phased salary increment for humanities teachers spread over 4 years starting financial year 2026-2027. Under this arrangement, government will commit 25% of the pay targets towards the enhancement of salary of the humanities teachers. Two, the construction of staff housing for all teachers to improve teachers' living conditions to be coordinated and implemented by the Ministry of Education and Sports. 3, studying the possibility of providing free education for deserving children of teachers in a government post-secondary institution. And 4, a financial contribution to the Humanities Teachers Circle. 5, to explore the possibility of reducing pay-as-you-earn for civil servants to enhance their take-home salary. His Excellency the President underscored the importance of patience and collaboration as government develops sustainable measures to harmonize remuneration in the education sector.
On the part of Ministry of Finance, we deal with matters relating with financing what has been agreed between the President and the relevant union. It was agreed that of the 17,000 and thereabout teachers in the humanities program, over about 509 billion was required in terms of additional wage provision. We did agree that this would be spread across a period of 4 years in a medium-term expenditure framework. And the import of that is that we should be able to pay 25% of that 509 billion each year, beginning next financial year. And the Ministry of Finance will make necessary arrangements to make sure that this is provided in next financial year's budget, starting July 2026. So that is the commitment that we made yesterday. In addition, on top of that, the meeting agreed on the need to provide housing for the teachers, all the teachers, particularly I think the reference was largely to the post-primary schools or teaching staff. And in that regard, it was agreed to provide housing for those 18,000 or 17,000 something teachers, plus those in the sciences. So an estimate of over 540 billion. According to the President, this being a one-off expenditure, we could begin anytime, provided we find the necessary resources. So we agreed on this simply because the teachers presented a problem of having to spend so much money traveling on border, plus the inconvenience, you know, the distance they have to travel to get to their place of work. Some of these places are too far away from the schools where they teach, and therefore it was a huge inconvenience and a huge cost to the teachers. So they were bearing this burden. So the President agreed that we can find the money And indeed, we shall do our best to find the money to make sure that we build a strong human capital resource in this country. So, on behalf of the Ministry of Finance, we shall endeavor to do that, find the money, and construct the necessary staff quarters for all the teachers so that they can easily be accessible by the students to whom they are providing a service. Beyond that, the other issue that was not concluded was the issue on tax pay as you earn. That was not discussed extensively, but the ministry will endeavor to undertake a study on the implications of reducing pay as you earn for the teachers. So for that one, we have not made any commitment yet. It's subject to further study and guidance by His Excellency, the President.
Kira bulungi nti ennaku z'omwezi mukaaga omwezi guno gwe tumazeeko abasomesa baffe mu masomero aga secondary abasomesa zibiyita arts subjects oba humanities batandika strike yaabwe. Ekintu ekyo tutawaanyiza nnyo, bangi mu kibatwogera kino kiri, naye gavumenti ebadde ne meetings eziwerako n'abakulembeze b'abasomesa bano, era nessanyu okubategeeza twakkiriziganyiza ku bintu ebiwerako, era okuva olwaleero abasomesa basuubira okudda mu bibiina okusomesa, n'abayizi nabo tubasuubira okudda mu bibiina okusoma. Ebyakkiriziganyiziddwako mwe muli ekyokwongeza emisaala gy'abasomesa baffe mu bitundutundu phased manner, batagala 25% bwetutyo kufa bwekiribeera 100%. Ekyo kyekimu, era ne basabibwa abasomesa tajja kukolagana ne Ministry ya Public Service okulaba nti budget process eyatandika mu September w'omwaka guno, ekigambo ky'omusaala gw'abasomesa ogweyongezeddwa kitandika okubeera mu bajeti yaffe. Twakkiriziganyiza basomesa bategeezezza nti bayadde n'obuzibu bwa okusula n'engendo empanvu ze batambula okutuuka mu masomero. Tukkiriziganya okufunoonya ssente nga gavumenti, ssente zijja okusobozesa okuzimbira abasomesa baffe amayumba ku masomero gye basomesa, kituyambe tutatambula ngendo mpanvu, tubayambe okubeera nti basobola okukola omulimu gwabwe omulungi. Ne sako y'abasomesa abo naye yateereddwamu ejjamba lya biliyoni 2. Era Public Finance yalagiddwa anoonye ssente ezo mu nnambiro. Ne bakwebaza abasomesa, okulembeze b'abasomesa, abazadde, abayizi, buli muntu yenna alina ekintu kino bwe kikwatako agezezzaako okulaba nti tutuuka mu kiseera we tutuuse. Njagala okwebaza bali tuba tuteesa nabo okubeera nti babadde bantu balungi nga bategedde bulungi ensonga. Nembasaba abasomesa bonna mu ggwanga tukole kyonna ekisoboka okulaba nti abaana baffe tebongerwa kufiirwa. Abaana baffe okuva olwaleero batandika okusoma nga tubasomesa bulungi. Tusale amagezi okulaba nti wiiki 3 ziri omulimu gwe tukola gwe tutakoze, tusale amagezi okulaba nti tugukola nga ttaamu terinaggwaako. Abaana baffe balina okufiirwa, tutambulire wamu tukulaakulanye eggwanga lyaffe.
To end the strike after the high-level engagement with His Excellency the President yesterday, I wish to inform the general public that government-employed humanities teachers under the Uganda Professional Humanities Union, UPHTU, have, as of Monday 30th June 2025, resolved to end their industrial action following a high-level engagement with His Excellency the President, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, held at State House Entebbe. The meeting was attended by the First Lady, with the Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, the Minister of Public Service, myself, the Attorney General, the Minister of State for Public Service, Minister of State for Finance in charge of planning, and the Minister of State for Education, Sports, Minister of State for Education, Higher Learning, the Chairperson of the Education Service Commission, Permanent Secretaries of the respective line ministries, His Education, Public Service, and the Minister of Gender, Labour and Social Development, and other senior government officials, and the executive of the Humanities Union. This meeting specifically was about the teachers' concerns over salary disparities with their science counterparts and a number of other issues to do with the facilitation regarding their job as teachers. The meeting, after discussing all those issues effectively and at length, agreed that the teachers should resume all teaching and carry out the assessment activities effective 1st of July 2025. So expect them, the teachers, to go back in the classroom today, and as the day comes to an end, then they should have done the teaching. You'll recall the teachers commenced the industrial action on the 6th of June this year. They stopped all classes, they stopped the supervision of continuous assessments and submission of student coursework. These actions really posed a risk to the smooth running of the academic calendar and the national examinations. During the engagement, His Excellency the President reiterated government's commitment to improving the welfare of all the teachers